Blair's, Volans, and Cody. You're watching Virginia's 13 ABC. And this is your weather now.
Hello from the Virginia's 13 Weather Center. Tracy has the day off. We had a few thunderstorms this morning, and right now 65 degrees in Lynchburg, 64 in Danville, 68 in Roanoke. Still some more clouds to come rumbling through the region. I'll have more on the weather in a few minutes.
Now, live from Lynchburg, Danville, Roanoke, and across the region, this is the heart of Virginia's news, weather, and sports. This is News 13 ABC. Your news team at 6. Kimberly Whitehead, Tracy Grau, and John Organ.
Tonight, 3 people were taken to the hospital after a head-on collision in Bedford County. And she was a popular young basketball coach in Lynchburg. Today, friends and family honored the late Don LaRoe with a tournament. This is News 13 at 6. I'm Kimberly Whitehead. A head-on collision in Bedford County early this afternoon resulted in the injuries of 3 people. State police say 21-year-old Jonathan St. Clair of Campbell County was traveling south on Route 709 when he ran off the road, overcorrected, and ran into a pickup truck head-on. The truck, driven by 41-year-old Ronnie Smith of Bedford County. His wife, 37-year-old Rebecca Smith, was a passenger. Police say all 3 were taken to Lynchburg General. Their conditions are not being released at this hour. No charges have been filed, and police are still investigating the crash. Today, more than 60 people gathered to pay tribute to former Heritage High School basketball coach Don LaRoe. She was killed last May while riding her bike on Route 501. Friends and family say the best place to honor LaRoe 1 year later is on the basketball court, the place she loved most. News 13's Amy Blesser was at the 3-on-3 tournament and has this report.
She was known for her love and dedication for basketball, and today friends and family took it to the hoop in her honor. Organizer Kelly Klein says it's a way of keeping LaRoe's memory strong.
Don LaRoe is real important in the community as far as basketball and organizing camps and teams and AAU and working with high school and college age kids. Now that she's not here, there's just something missing, and I felt having a tournament like this would kind of fill that hole.
Dawn's family says it's comforting to see just how many lives their daughter has touched.
It makes us very proud to see so many of her friends and ex-students out here today playing. She would be very embarrassed by the notoriety because she was a very private person, but yet it would make her feel good too because girls are out playing basketball, because that's what she liked.
The girls say they're not just here to remember the woman who gave so much to the sport, but to also have fun and show off their stuff.
I definitely get to come out and play ball. There's not a lot of opportunities for women in Lynchburg, and this is like one of the best ones that we have.
Everyone agrees today was a day that Dawn would have loved to be a part of.
I mean, we all loved her, and I know this is what she would want us to do, and I mean, I think everybody's happy to be here.
We're all here remembering Dawn, and it's important to continue, the good work she was doing for women's basketball in the area.
Reporting for Virginia's 13, I'm Amy Blesser.
The event wraps up tomorrow with final playoffs. 2 years have passed since 2 young women were killed over the Memorial Day weekend on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia's Shenandoah National Park. This weekend, the mother of one of the victims plans to walk part of the trail that her daughter hiked before she died. Family and friends will accompany Patsy Williams of St. Cloud, Minnesota, as she hikes the Virginia portion of the trail. Williams and her husband have been trying to find their daughter's killer. The bodies of Julie Williams and Lolly Winans were found near the trail June 1st, 1996. Their throats were slit and their hands bound. The FBI and the Park Service have been investigating their deaths ever since. A Roanoke prostitute accused of pushing her 14-year-old into the life will get drug money will face a grand jury on a felony pandering charge. General District Judge Jacqueline Tavelli ruled yesterday there was probable cause to support the charge. The woman faces up to 10 years in prison if convicted. Her name is not being released to protect the identity of her daughter. The Bedford County Sheriff's Department DARE unit hosted their annual car show today. Hot rod owners got to display their cars in the Walmart parking lot for a $10 entry fee. And kids got to look under the hoods of the classic and muscle cars while they were encouraged to back away from drugs. The money collected will benefit the Bedford County DARE program, which has instructed nearly 1,000 students this year on the dangers of drug use. They're still partying down by the river at the second annual Fair by the James. The fair features good music and the now famous pig races, but some say the main event is the food.
That's right. It's just a part of being at a carnival and the fun of it all. And you get to eat the food you wouldn't normally eat, and you get to ride the rides that you're not normally riding during the day, and you get to just enjoy yourself and be a kid again.
The Fair by the James will continue tonight until midnight. Tomorrow's hours are from 1 p.m. to midnight and Monday 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. One of tomorrow's featured events is a performance by country singer Matt King. While Lynchburg celebrates the Fair by the James, there's good news for the Commonwealth when it comes to tourism overall. Virginia is already ahead of the game when it comes to attracting tourists. Governor Gilmore says tourists spent a record $11.2 billion in Virginia last year. That's 6.6% increase over 1996. Gilmore also says expansions, renovations, and new attractions planned in the state this year represent more than $155 million set aside for tourism. Still ahead on News 13, a major musical event is in town this weekend, and it's the Livestock Festival, and it won't cost you a dime. And some students in Bedford County got to walk in the footsteps of the nation's third president.
Anytime, any day, anything. The Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. It's life, listed alphabetically.
Well, you can throw away those paintbrushes. All you need is your phone. Just call All Good Construction Company, one of the most trusted names in the country when it comes to siding and windows. Call now and we'll throw in free insulation to lower that energy bill and shutters for the front of your home.
All Good is offering fantastic 40% savings on premium vinyl siding. But hurry, this offer is for a limited time. And vinyl replacement windows. Buy 3, get 2 free. Call All Good now at 1-800-243-6688.
It's official. Interest rates have dropped to 0.9% for 48 months. Cash back up to $2,500. It's your choice during the Great American Ford Sales Event. Get up to $2,500 cash back on Windstar, $1,750 on Ranger, $1,500 on Escort, or up to $1,250 cash back on Taurus. Or choose 0.9 financing and reduce your monthly payment by up to $100. See your neighborhood Ford dealer by June 4th to cash in on great savings.
CMT Sporting Goods offers you the top brands, the largest selection, and the best value. Like the Spalding ATP Pro Tour tennis rackets, designed and played by the pros match after match. Give yourself extreme power, reach, and placement. Or the Spalding AVA Top Flight official game volleyballs and beach volleyballs. Because at the top, there is only one ball. See? We told you so. CMT, a presenting sponsor of the 1998 Commonwealth Games.
One family got a little nearer to closure this week, while another may lose a family member to the death penalty. In tonight's Week in Review, News 13's Jeff Matthews looks back at the trial and sentencing of 19-year-old Brandon Hedrick.
Brandon Hedrick got his wish in Appomattox Court. He says he would rather die than spend the rest of his life in prison for the murder of Lisa Kreider, whose mother says she's satisfied Hedrick will be headed for death row.
Oh, I wouldn't say closure, but I mean it's as much as much as you can expect, for on this earth as far as justice. I mean, it's legally it's as much as I could hope for.
Flowers and cards fill the downtown Roanoke site where 5 people died in an early morning apartment fire. As police try to find out what caused the fire, families and friends of the victims plan to hold a candlelight vigil tonight.
Even if they weren't from around this area, they were very upset about it because they know that five innocent people died for no reason.
Companies and other donors are giving back much of what fire took away from residents of the Patrick Henry Girls Home. A fire destroyed a barn and 8 horses nearly a month ago, but donations are allowing the girls to continue the horse program they love.
I actually thought that we weren't going to have a horse program after that happened, and I didn't even know if I wanted one, but I'm glad we got one.
And the generosity of a Danville woman pays off for the Danville Life-Saving Crew. William McCollum died last fall and named the crew as a beneficiary. And that means the crew will get more than $1 million for the latest life-saving equipment. With the Week in Review, I'm Jeff Matthews.
The vigil for the victims of the Roanoke fire gets underway tonight at 8 o'clock at the scene of the tragedy, 502 Church Avenue. It was a day of discovery for some kids in Bedford County. This afternoon at Poplar Forest, children from ages 6 to 16 got a chance to put their muscles to work while helping a carpenter build a brick wall and arch. Then they took their activities inside to help an archaeologist label artifacts. They learned how the archaeologists put together pieces of history when they dig up artifacts that are broken. Organizers say the event gives young people a chance to learn about their history with hands-on experiences. Most everyone has heard of Woodstock, the musical event in the late 60s. Well, now Lynchburg is once again hosting Livestock. This year is the second year of the all-day music event, but this year it's over 2 days at Catalani's on Murray Place. Livestock kicked off today and will feature 24 bands, lots of dancing, and vendors. National acts like Blue Oyster Cult and Government Mule will perform, plus many local and regional bands that should offer something for everyone's musical taste. Performances begin at noon each day and will run until 2 in the morning, and to top it off, it's free. Still ahead on News 13, many of us have cats for pets, but imagine sharing your home with Bengal tigers. Jack Hanna will introduce us to one woman who makes her pets her life's work.
They're off. Come see Rosera's Royal Racing Pigs daily at the Fair by the James, sponsored by Virginia's 13th, the ABC.
Now through Memorial Day, Danville Toyota says, just sign and drive. It's that simple. Leave your checkbook at home. You don't need it. Just sign and drive. A real zero down payment and just $198 a month. Even taxes, tags, and freight included. That's right, zero down payment and just $198 a month. Only Danville has no down payment, no first payment, no security deposit, no acquisition fee. At Danville Toyota, the Toyota Giant, all you do is sign and drive, period. Hurry to Danville, the Toyota Giant. Highway 58, Danville.
Hey, Daryl, did I mention not to use the stroller in the upstairs? It's sort of working.
Missing some of your messages? Get message line voicemail from Sprint and hear what you've been missing.
Call now and get the first month free.
In today's Animal Tale, we'll meet a woman who is so dedicated to her work, she takes it home with her. That's not unusual for many people, but what if your work involves the care of 3 Bengal tigers? Fortunately, these cats are gentle babies, short on wild and long on cute. Here's Jack Hanna with their Animal Tale.
Oh, wow, look at that.
At the Columbus Zoo, Kesmet, Khan, and Kabul are the furry recipients of Susie Rapp's tender, loving care. She's been raising these 2-month-old tigers, all rejected by their mother, since they were 7 days old.
Come here, sweetie. You can't go down there.
Being a surrogate mom is happily all part of the job. And when it comes to raising baby tigers, Susie is not one to leave her work at the office.
I'm home, you guys.
These cuddly, if unusual house guests get a warm welcome from Susie's 3-year-old daughter.
Right, there's your babies, Brandy. Come on.
She gave you a kiss. I can only hope my children's children will get to see these animals. And there's a chance they won't. You're looking at a species that there's less than 2,000 of them in the wild.
What's happening to the Bengal tiger is much the same as many other animals: loss of habitat. Susie Rapp's dedication to environmental education may help in some way to save a species.
These are going to be the ambassadors to their cousins in the wild, so we can educate people about endangered species and what's happening to these animals.
For now, the tigers are bottle-fed, but soon these sleepovers will end. Kismet, Khan, and Kabul gain about ½ pound a day. In less than 3 years, these cuddly house cats will weigh about 400 pounds. 3-year-old Brandon will just have to wait to see what Mommy brings home next.
It's time for you to go to bed.
With an Animal Tale, I'm Jack Hanna.
As the trio grows in size, so will their role in conservation education. That's because Kismet, Khan, and Kabul will be making public appearances. The tigers symbolize the ongoing struggle for survival of this species. All right, well, Dave Cochran is sitting in for Tracy Ground tonight. And Dave, I think I'm just going to stick to the puppy.
You're going to stick
Leave the wild cats in the wild.
Leave the cats? Well, all the thunderstorms we had today could upset the puppy just a little bit.
Oh, no.
We did have a few thunderstorms rumble through the area. We might see a few more. I'll have the radar pictures for you in a second. Right now, your first forecast, yep, we could see some more thunderstorms tonight. Maybe some rain tomorrow morning, and there's a chance of another thunderstorm tomorrow. I'll have those latest radar pictures for you in just a sec.
Because the floor show cares, there's News 13, News View, closed captioning for the hearing impaired. Now, during the Cadillac Win-Win Celebration, get outstanding savings on every Cadillac. Great lease values like only $469 a month on stylish DeVille and $0 down $399 a month on sporty Catera. Current GM owners get an extra $1,000 in lease or purchase incentives and enter to win a weekend getaway at the Greenbrier, America's resort. Great cars, great values, and the all-new 98 Seville, all during the Cadillac Win-Win Celebration. See your Cadillac Super Network dealers today.
What could be better than getting Memorial Day off? Getting to Grand Piano and Furniture's Memorial Day sale. Because this weekend, not only will you find special store-wide savings, there's 0% interest for the rest of the year. 0% until $19.99 with no down payment. So what could be better than getting the furniture you want on sale? Getting it with free financing until $19.99 at Grand's Memorial Day sale. Now through Monday only with special hours Monday, 10 to 5.
Time together. Just the two of you? What a concept. Time to share some old stories. To make some new memories. The trick, of course, is how do you find the time? Well, until someone figures out how to put more hours in a day, maybe we can give them to you with all the time you can save.
While you're at the marketplace, Winn-Dixie Marketplace.
Isn't life delicious?
Thanks for staying with Virginia's 13. We have got some fairly nice temperatures out there right now, if we can make this thing go. 65 degrees in Lynchburg. Our morning low so far 54, 76% humidity. Danville checking in with 64 degrees and Roanoke 68 degrees. Cloudy skies out there as well. And our first stop will be the satellite picture. And we have got, yep, a couple clouds still need to rumble through the region. Those are some of the thunderstorms that rumbled through this morning. We'll kick in the special enhanced satellite picture. Remember, the brighter the color on this thing, the colder and higher the cloud top. And we did have some pretty good thunderstorms early this morning. Looks like we might see a few more of them very late tonight and a few more of them tomorrow as well as a big weather system moves through the area. See those thunderstorms as they plow through Wilmington? Somebody thought they spotted a funnel cloud out of that in Wilmington, North Carolina. There was some wind damage reported as well. As the map zooms in, though, we'll give you an idea of exactly what's going on closer to our house. We did have some light stuff pass to the south of Roanoke, but right now Doppler radar is fairly clear, and it looks like we've probably seen the last of some of the showers and thunderstorms for a while, at least in our area. This is rain gauge mode from the Doppler. And you can see over here, it says 1.5 by that green dot. And you can see, yeah, looks like we had a little over an inch just to the east of Lynchburg, Virginia. So we'll probably see a little bit more light rain on and off. And it's all thanks to this stationary front. And by stationary, I mean it's not going to be moving very much. And guess what? It's probably going to continue to not move very much for a while. Let's give the battery a try. Guess what? We're going to see, the spare clicker. Yep, that works pretty good. Tomorrow's forecast looks like it stays fairly stationary, and the day after tomorrow, yeah, it looks like we're going to see these clouds kind of hang around for a while. Our forecast looks like we'll see a 40% chance of thunderstorms tonight, 57 for that overnight low in Lynchburg. Then for tomorrow, another chance of showers and thunderstorms. Cloudy skies are high right around 75 degrees. Now for us today in Danville, 60 for the day overnight low. Then tonight, tomorrow we'll look for a daytime high right around 77 degrees. For Roanoke, look for a high of 55, 55 in Blacksburg, a low. I keep getting twisted around. Then for tomorrow, 74 for the daytime high and another chance of thunderstorms. Here comes your 5-day forecast. Looks like we are going to see, yeah, it looks like a chance of showers and thunderstorms for the next few days, but slowly tapering off as this stationary front decides not to be quite so stationary. In this case, I kind of wish stationary front had something to do with, you know, what you write with, but this kind of stationary front means an awful lot more rain. So not very stationary.
It was supposed to be sunny on Memorial Day.
Supposed to be, but now a little on the rainy side.
All right. Thanks, Dave. NBA playoffs.
Still going on.
Oh, gee.
When we come back, we'll update you on the Bulls-Pacers NBA Eastern Conference final game. We'll also take a look at the Busch Grand National race in Charlotte, where luck once again prevails for Mark Martin.
The Toyota Tacoma, America's best-selling 4x4. It's on sale this month at Oak Ridge Toyota. It can be yours for $259 a month. $259 for America's best-selling 4x4. And this truck is loaded. It has a bed liner, air conditioning, stereo, cassette, bucket seats. You name it, this truck has it. And it's only $259 a month. Come on over to Oak Ridge Toyota and get this truck while the sale is on. Oak Ridge Toyota, Oakley Avenue, Lynchburg.
If you're gonna build your kid a treehouse,
Hey, look what I got!
build your kid a treehouse.
Great, Dad. What do you think, over the piano?
If you're gonna have chicken, have chicken. 10 pieces of fresh fried chicken with biscuits, just $7.99, plus a free half-gallon of iced tea at Hardee's. If you're gonna go all out.
Little trucks make for long weeks, but Dodge Dakota's bigger to lighten Monday's load. Its tough Ram looks make Tuesday more memorable. Its longer, wider stance smooths hump day right out, while its superior Magnum power makes Thursday fly. And voila, it's Friday. And better yet, the weekend. Dakota, for shorter weeks and bigger weekends. Buy or lease a new Dodge Dakota pickup and get a Mopar bed liner at no extra charge.
This afternoon in Indiana was Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final between the Pacers and the Chicago Bulls. The Pacers got off to a good start. Off the Michael Jordan miss, Indiana gets out on the fast break with Mark Jackson passing to Reggie Miller, who then hits the three from the corner. Later, the Pacers work the ball over to Miller again, who hits another jumper, and Indiana led it by 6 early. But nobody beats the Bulls in the playoffs easily. Off the Chris Mullin miss, Chicago is off and running with Scottie Pippen finishing off the fast break with a slam. Then it's Michael Jordan driving through the Pacer defense to get the layup. Chicago led it at the half, 56-52. This game has just ended, and Indiana has held on for a 2-point victory, 107-105. The Pacers still trailing that series 2-1. David Wells went to the hill for the first time since his perfect game when the New York Yankees took on the Boston Red Sox. Wells worked 7 innings in the first. He gets Damon Buford to ground out. Wells retired a league record 38 straight batters until Damon Bragg got this bloop single in the first. The Yankees got 5 runs in the second. Chuck Knobloch gets this grand slam home run to right center field. Scott Brocious had 3 hits and 3 RBI, while Chad Curtis and Darryl Strawberry each added 3 hits. New York clubs Boston 12-3. In Cleveland, it was the Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Check out the defense by Toronto's Jose Cruz Jr. as he is able to take a hit away from Kenny Lofton. With the score tied at 1 in the 4th, Toronto's Darren Fletcher lines a single to center. Pat Borders would drop the throw by Lofton, which allows Mike Stanley to score. Then in the 6th, it's Stanley getting the job done at the plate with this 2-run home run to left. Stanley had 3 hits and 2 home runs. Toronto's starter Roger Clemens tossed 8 innings of 3-hit ball. The Blue Jays go on to beat the Indians 7-2. In the National League, it was the Colorado Rockies taking on the Cincinnati Reds. This game was stopped by rain through 7 innings, with Cincinnati picking up a 4-1 win. That game was once again stopped after the 7th inning. Just one other afternoon game in the majors. It was the Mets taking on the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Mets ended up leading that game 3-0 in the 7th inning. The Busch Grand National cars took the center stage this afternoon at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the running of the CarQuest 300. It was a tough day for Buckshot Jones. It looks like he's made it through the accident, but he ends up slamming into the car. For a while, it looked like Jimmy Spencer was going to be the man to win this race. Here, Spencer takes the lead, but then it would be Mark Martin in the number 60 car dominating this race. Martin was just too strong down the stretch. Martin passed Spencer with 5 laps left to take the lead. Martin goes on to win the CarQuest 300.
I sure got luck on my side. We couldn't beat Spencer. That was too bad. He was doing a great job of driving that car, and he was hooked up. Car was just hooked up, and I couldn't beat him. But he had a problem there at the end, and we were just there to take advantage of it.
We were about a 30th place car at the start, and they kept working on it. We got the car better and better, and that last set of tires we put on, they had a good pit stop, and we got up there and we could run with Mark. And it's just tough. You know, last year we beat Mark in this race, and we beat him pretty bad, and he came back down here and he is prepared.
Jeff Gordon might think twice before handing over his keys to teammate Terry Labonte. Gordon overslept today, forcing Labonte to drive his car in today's practice for the Coca-Cola 600 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Labonte ran Gordon's Chevrolet into a wall in turns 1 and 2, but the car escaped serious damage. Gordon won the pole earlier this week, but he would have had to start from the back of the 43-car field if he was forced to use his backup car for Sunday's race. Some bad news for local race fans. Tonight's Jesse Jones 150 race at the South Boston Speedway has been canceled. The race will be rescheduled at a later date. The Virginia men's basketball team is down to just 5 scholarship players, and one of the 2 incoming freshmen wants out too. New coach Pete Gillen says 7'4" Chase Matheny won't return to the team next season because of a chronic hip problem, and Chris Williams of Birmingham, Alabama is asked to be released from his letter of intent to attend UVA. But Gillen says he does not plan to release Williams. So Pete Gillen has got some tough times going at UVA. Only 5 scholarship players left now.
That's too bad. All right, thanks, John. We'll be right back.
They're off. Come see Rosaire's Royal Racing Pigs daily at the Fair by the James, sponsored by Virginia's 13th, the ABC.
The kick of 132 horses is a big bonus for Dodge Neon owners. And now Neon comes with a few more, like 0% financing over 60 months. Or choose $1,500 cash back. Plus, select customers get a Dodge owner's bonus for an additional $500 cash back, which means you could own a new Dodge Neon for as little as $9,980. Now that's a bonus you can bank on, but only for a limited time. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Wouldn't you like to eliminate those high energy bills? Drop them by at least 25 or 35%, maybe more? Call us now and we can make it happen for you and save you money in the process with this special sale from All Good Construction.
Save 40% on premium vinyl siding from All Good and receive free insulation plus free shutters. Also, buy 3 vinyl replacement windows, get 2 more free. Call All Good Construction right now at 1-800-243-6688.
Summertime is here. Time for family vacations. Are you looking in your driveway saying, oh my gosh, how am I going to get the kids, the luggage, and all that in one car? Well, you need to get to Lake Ridge Suzuki. This 4-door Sidekick may be great in the winter with 4-wheel drive, but what's really great about it is all this room and the price, only $11,888 or $179 a month. Make this vacation stress-free. Get to Lake Ridge Suzuki, $179 a month for this 4-door Sidekick.
Springtime in elementary school can mean just one thing: Field Day. Bedford Hills Elementary School students participated in their Field Day yesterday. The event was held at Lynchburg College to accommodate the young athletes and their spirit of competition. Students took part in the traditional sack race, obstacle course, tire roll, and hula hoop games. That's a trick word to say. You ever do the hula hoop, John?
No, I can't even, I'm not even coordinated enough to do the hula hoop.
Oh,
I
well.
remember the tire roll.
The tire roll was a lot of
yeah,
fun.
I put butter and jelly on my roll.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good, I must admit. Now, the NBA playoffs.
NBA playoffs, Chicago and Indiana. Chicago now leads that series 2-1. And tonight, after an 8-day layoff, the NHL Eastern Conference Finals get started with Washington at Buffalo. I've waited 8 years for the Caps to get this far.
And I'll have my earplugs in.
8 years.
That's it for our report. Thanks for watching News 13 at 6. We'll see you at 11. Good night.